Good morning, my friends. My name is Angelina, and I am your spiritual alignment coach. And I wanted to tell you guys about this manifestation hack that I saw on Facebook. And I wish I could tell you where I saw it because it was really cool. And I definitely think that if you find this video of what I'm about to show you, if you find it, please tag it to this video so that I know that it was found somewhere. But I found this video on Facebook and I wanted to try it. And so I wanted to do sort of an experiment with you guys because I'm always talking about this sort of expectation versus exploration thing. And so I wanted to do this experiment so that I could show you what experimentation looks like in terms of manifesting and spiritual development and all these things. So if you've been on my channel for a long time, you know I kind of have this motto where I say, well, let's just see what happens. And that's what we're going to do here with this little experiment. So in this cup, I have water. It's just water. It's literally just regular old, it's not regular, it's pH balanced, whatever, super fancy water, but it's water. And on the sticky note, it says, I don't know if it's mirrored or not, but it says original reality. So this cup signifies currently where I'm at in my life, in my development, etc. Now, in this other cup, it is empty. There's nothing in it yet, but soon there will be something in it. So you'll need 2 cups for this experiment. You'll also need some sticky notes. Now, before we came on this video, when I was kind of preparing this experiment, I wrote it on big sticky notes, but the big sticky notes don't stick to the cup very well. So I wrote them like a smaller condensed version on the small sticky notes. So you don't have to be this intricate with things, but I wanted to just kind of show you, this is what I'm going to do for the next 7 days here with you all here on the channel. So this is day 1 of the sort of manifestation hack. I'm only going to do it for 7 days because 7 days is a good amount of time. And so starting on a Monday, going to Sunday, we're just going to see what happens. See what happens. Okay. So on the first sticky note, I have that I'm manifesting for a business storefront. So currently I operate everything out of my house, which is lovely and wonderful. And it saves me a lot on commuting somewhere. And it gets a little loud here and a little crowded. And, so I just am really manifesting to get my business to a separate location. So I'm manifesting for a business storefront. The storefront that I'm looking for is about $750 or less a month. And it's just a perfect location. So I wrote all this down on the sticky note. So I'm reading you the sticky note. It's a perfect location for me. It's within 5 miles of my house in my manifestation. It's in a safe neighborhood. It's got a lot of people around who really support my business and other local businesses. And it's large enough for all of my different services. So that's here on the sticky note. Now the sticky note doesn't stick to the cup. So it's just here in front of me. But on my smaller sticky note, I have my keyword here, which is business. Okay. Now on my second sticky note, and it's also important for you to put a timeline on here, which I didn't. So feel free to write your timeline. So my timeline is within 30 days. Actually, I should put within 7 days because that's how long we're doing this. So within 7 days from now. So that would be, what day is that? Let's see. 7 days from now would be March 3rd. 2024. See, it helps. It helps to write it all out so that we can be really clear. So if you didn't yet, watch the video from last week where we talked about the 4 Ps. So in this, we have a positive statement, meaning we're moving towards a goal. We have a present statement. So present is like, when do we want it, right? When am I going to receive this beautiful blessing? It's precise, right? So I'm telling the things that I want the most. Like I want it to be $750 or less a month. I want it to be in a location that's about 5 miles from my house. I want it to be in a safe neighborhood within a community of people who care about my business and will support my business and refer people to my business, right? All of that. And that it's large enough for all of the different services. So those are all very specific, precise, and personal to me. So I have those written here. And then the permanent piece is what we're going to do here in a second. So keep that in mind. If you want more details about that, watch the video from last week when we were talking about manifesting. Okay, the next thing that I'm manifesting for is $30,000. So I'm manifesting for $30,000 only for the purpose of proceeding forward. So understanding that when we manifest for money, we have to also be manifesting for wisdom on how we're going to use the money and how we're going to make sure that we don't just squander it and throw it all away. Like, what are we going to do with this money? So on this note, I have, I want $30,000 by March 1st, 2024. And maybe I could even put March 3rd since we're talking about 7 days. So I'm actually going to just change that. So to March 3rd, that's when I'm looking to manifest this money. Okay. And with this money, right, the intention I have behind it is to pay off my debt so that I can proceed forward, preferably with this little business storefront, right? Because these two things kind of go hand in hand. So with that $30,000, I can have this beautiful business and I can really make this like a quality thing for clients and customers and even for myself so it can grow into this beautiful healing thing. Okay, so that's the second thing. Now, the other thing I'm manifesting for, because there's three, I like threes. I don't know, I'm weird. I'm manifesting for paid performing opportunities, which also go hand in hand with my business model. Because remember, everything kind of ties together. So a paid performing opportunity within 20 miles of my house by March 3rd. And with that paid performing opportunity, the pay is going to be at $1,000 or more. That's what I'm manifesting for. And this is by March 3rd. Right? Because we're doing this within the next 7 days. So here's the thing. I don't know if any of these things are going to happen within the next 7 days. No idea. I do know that that's kind of the reason why we manifest, right? Is because I don't know if it's going to happen, but I know that I want it to happen. So I'm going to put that energy out there. So this paid performing opportunity is within 20 miles of my house by March 3rd, 2024. And that's here on the sticky note. Now, on this smaller sticky note, I have the business, the $30,000, the paid performing opportunity, and I'm going to just put the date, which is March 3rd. So I want this by March 3rd, 2024, which I'll put the year just to be precise. But I want this by March 3rd, 2024. And so I'm going to take this sticky note. I'm gonna put it on this new reality cup. In fact, I'm gonna write new reality. So I've never done this before. This is the first time I'm doing it with all of you. I personally am doing this very early in the day, and I'm doing that on purpose because I think manifestations should be like one of the very first things we do in the morning because we're fresh. We haven't really been out and we haven't really talked to people yet. And so this is at 9 o'clock in the morning, but you can do this way earlier in the day. You can do this very first thing. In fact, I'll probably maybe pre-record these earlier and then post them at 9 o'clock. But yeah, so you want to do these kind of first thing in the morning and last thing before you go to bed. So let's see. I have my new reality cup. So new reality. And then I've got the business, $30,000, the paid performance, and then the date I want it all by. Okay. So here I have it in this cup. Now, here's where the experiment happens. This is the fun part. So this is all the setup. And I did the setup with you guys on purpose so you can kind of see how it works. So remember, when you write them on your Post-it note or your piece of paper or, whatever you have available, if you're going to use a smaller sticky note, you want to make sure that you're staying within those 4 Ps. Positive, closer toward a goal. Present, when do you want it? Personal, what is it exactly that you want? And then permanent. So this permanent part is what we're going to be doing here. So I've got this cup. This is the original reality. This is where I'm currently at. So I currently operate out of my house. I currently don't have $30,000. And I currently don't have any paid performing opportunities. I'm doing a lot of open mic nights and those are free and it's awesome. And I love it. And it's not a paid performance thing, right? So that's what it is. It's simply a starting point. So here's this cup. And in this cup, remember we have a little bit of water. I'm going to drink this water. So I don't want to fill this cup all the way full because that feels stressful to me on a video. So I just fill it up a little bit. You can fill it as much or as little as you want. And I'm just going to hold this cup for a moment. And I'm just going to put intention into this cup. And the intention that I'm putting into this cup is like gratitude. Like I'm very blessed. And I have a lot of beautiful, wonderful things happening in my life right now, right? Like if nothing changed in my life, I'd be okay, right? I would still be happy. Things would still be successful. I would still be on the right track for my soul, for my heart, I would be in a really good place. And because I'm in such a great place, I'm ready to receive that abundance. So remembering back to that permanent, I'm going to pull it up on my notes here. And again, look it up in that video from last week. The permanent statement, where is that? Written down. I write everything down so that it makes it easier for me to talk to you guys. There it is. So in this cup, I'm putting the intention that I am willing to grow. So I'm allowing myself to grow by getting a new business or bigger business. And I'm allowing myself to grow by receiving $30,000. And I'm allowing myself to grow by receiving these paid opportunities to perform and to hypnotize and to really encourage growth, not just in myself, but in other people. So I'm putting that in here. And it's kind of funny because even as I'm saying this, like I can feel my heart going like, this is exciting, right? So we're putting that energy here into this original reality cup. Okay. Now that I've put all that intention in here, let's see. I am now, so I watched a video on this. This is not my idea, but I love it and we're going to try it. So remember, I don't know what's going to happen. I've never done this. Okay. So now I'm going to pour this water, hopefully not spill it. I was like, before you go live, grab a towel. And then I didn't. So I'm just going to pour the water into, ooh, I didn't spill it. I'm going to pour this water from the original reality into the new reality cup. Now, as I drink this water, dirty cup, as I drink this water, I'm just going to envision in my mind what it feels like, what it looks like, feels and looks to be in this new reality. So like if I received $30,000, how would that feel? It'd feel pretty good, right? It'd feel very exciting. It would feel really expansive. I feel like there'd be a lot of cool opportunities that came with that. If I got a storefront, it would be really cool because then I would be getting out of my house. And I would have like a little bit more sacred space, and I'd be able to have more people at any given time. So that's kind of what it would look like. And it would just feel really like a level up, like, holy cow, like here I am at the next step. Oh my gosh. And if I got a paid performing opportunity, man, there's nothing better than for me, nothing better than being on a stage and showcasing my talent and having people excited for you. The only thing better than that would be also being paid for it, right? Most people, when they have hobbies, they want to be paid for the hobby, right? Because you want the hobby to pay for itself. And that's kind of what it would be, right? So I'm not going to drink all the water just because there's a hair in it and I don't want to drink a hair. I just saw that. Ew. Okay. So this is the manifestation hack. This is the thing to try. So as you try this, take the time to notice, how does the water taste? What feels like it's changing and shifting inside of yourself? Remembering this is an experiment. We don't know how it's going to end. None of these things could happen. Now, we're exploring it. We're opening ourselves up to the opportunity. And if I don't get a paid performance that pays $1,000, maybe I get a paid performance that is $300. That's still amazing. That's still something, right? So we're really giving these manifestations an opportunity to present themselves, okay? So as you go throughout this, remember, stick to those 4 Ps. This piece is the permanent part, right? So take time to experiment. If you're finding yourself coming up with any sort of blockages or emotions or excuses away from these manifestations, that's okay, right? That just means we have a jumping off point. We know what we need to grow out of, right? Because remember, that permanent piece is I'm allowing myself to grow in order to receive these blessings. So if I have to grow, right, that might be well, Angelina, this would never happen. $30,000 is a lot of money. Okay. Well, then I know that I need to grow out of this idea that $30,000 is a lot of money that I couldn't possibly receive, right? So yes, It is 7 days, and that seems like not a lot of time. And you can make these things smaller and more attainable for you, right? Because some people might watch this and go, $30,000 is completely unreasonable. Okay, maybe for you, that is unreasonable. Just remember, these are personal to you. So write them out, stick to those 4 Ps. Give yourself a frame of reference. This is why a lot of people do vision boards, and vision boards are really cool. And you want to take those vision boards and really incorporate them into your reality. Because here's the crazy thing about your brain. Your brain doesn't understand the difference between an illusion, right? And or fantasy, rather, we'll call it fantasy, and reality. Hi, Sean. How's it going? Long time no see. I'm just here talking about manifesting because that's what I've been doing a lot lately. Just trying to get myself, well, not trying, I am getting myself into a new space of reality and just receiving a lot of different things. It was kind of crazy. Last week, I did a video on manifesting, and I was sort of joking around about $300,000 because I'm also manifesting for $300,000, but not within 7 days. And I was like, even if you get $3,000, shoot, even if you get $300, well, guess what, you guys? This weekend, I came into $300, and I was kind of laughing because I was like, okay, universe, I see you. So I was kind of laughing about that. Oh, good. All right. So keeping this video short and sweet, go forth this week, starting on day 1, write out the things you're manifesting for. You don't have to do 3 things. You can keep it super simple, manifesting for 1 thing at a time, taking that time to really identify how it feels to step into that new reality. How does it feel to go from the old original reality into something new that really allows you to step into this more authentic, more expansive version of yourself? All right, everybody, until next time, may you be happy. May you experience joy as you explore your own unconsciousness. And may you learn and grow as you continue on this path. All right, everybody, until next time, which is tomorrow, when we do day 2 of this manifestation hack. And remember, if you find that video of the original person doing this experiment, feel free to post that in the comments because I cannot find it. I found like 75,000 videos of different people doing it, but I couldn't find like the original person. So feel free to throw that in the comments if you find it. All right. Much love to you too, Sean, and anybody else who's watching this in the past, present, or future. May you be well, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.